Last time on Why Can't We Be Wizards?
And as he grabs another one of the trunks and starts walking towards the Toyota Corolla out front in your house.
This episode of Why Can't We Be Wizards is sponsored by Toyota.
Who is a sort of tall, broad-shouldered boy that looks oddly familiar.
Dakota, you look like you worked out a bunch this summer.
It's not too much, is it?
Oh no, you look great.
Yeah, you look really good.
Oh, hey Ella. Hey Hannah.
Hey, Ella.
Hey guys,
Who's this guy?
this is my friend, Michael.
Hi, Michael. You're very tall.
Friend. Allison gives a quizzical look.
And then we're gonna win all the games, and everyone's gonna be cheering. Ravenclaw!
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 Caleb's little brother Marcus is sitting there. He is sorted into Gryffindor!
Somebody,
Louder.
please.
And louder.
Somebody help me.
And just as you turn to try to see what this thing is, it leaps on you.
Ella!
And that's when, Freya, you wake up in your bed in a cold sweat. So, we are back at Hogwarts for our second year. But before we start, is anybody leveling up? And is anybody changing any relationships?
I think that Allison is even more upset with Skyler now about the fish incident. And so I'm going to deduct another point from Skyler's relationship.
Oh, man.
I mean, my relationship, the only relationship I have that would change would be Marcus, but I don't even know what's happening there. Gryffindors.
Gryffindors. Ugh.
We're giving them one chance.
One opportunity.
Once in a
I'm
lifetime.
still trying. I don't feel like Marcus is in that group, and I'm still willing to give Lawrence and Barney like another chance this year. We'll see what happens.
I like that most of the relationships we talk about are NPCs, even though from the beginning Kevin was like, that's not a thing. And we were like, nah,
Yeah.
it's a thing.
So I actually, okay, so hear me out with this. I actually think I'm going to take a negative one with Dakota. Not for anything that like either of us have done. I just feel like they've changed so much over the summer that Freya doesn't really know them as well as she thought that she did, and is now looking forward to getting to know Dakota as he is now.
I actually think it might be reasonable for Caleb to take a +1 with Dakota because they're really admiring of how they're able to come out and be their true self, something that Caleb wishes that he could really do. So that would move Dakota from 0 to 1, and I think reduce Marcus from 1 back down to 0.
Okay, so the 5 of you find yourselves in the Great Hall at the breakfast table, perusing over your second year class schedules. As you do, you realize it is the exact same schedule as last year. Like there is no difference because you don't have any different classes, and
There's no new things we're taking?
There are no new teachers. There's nothing new. It is all the exact same classes as last year.
Wait, so we have the same Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers last year.
And the same
Yeah.
like midnight class of astronomy, followed by an 8 a.m. class the next day.
Oh, that's right. The only reason there was a new Defense Against the Dark Arts every year was because of Voldemort stuff. And now that he's gone.
Yeah, no, there was a curse
Right.
on the job. It
Can
was
I-
a curse on the job.
Can I get a new dad?
I don't think that counts as Hogwarts staff.
Ah,
Well, you kind of got both of Allison's dads for a couple weeks.
yeah, that was pretty good. I just want to be adopted by your family, maybe.
I can give you an accurate review. A++. Excellent family. Lots of cookies and love.
5 stars.
Would be raised by again.
Yeah. 3 stars. A little overbearing.
Did
Are we just rating our parents now? Sorry.
Did Headmaster McGonagall say that we could take the future one and all the prophecy stuff, is that
No,
third year?
That's third year. I mean, I want to take divination. It doesn't seem like they're going to let us.
But there's clubs for everything. Is there a divination club?
Maybe?
We should
I
check
bet you
that
it's
out.
probably reserved for third years, though, when they start taking the class.
Oh.
Maybe I can take out some books.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Let's go to the library.
Let's go to the library. I'm sure Professor Bragglewort has some interesting books on divination.
Yeah.
There's a divination club, but they don't tell you where they're going to meet. They just make you predict it.
Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. Could that be a thing?
Yeah, let's go to the library after breakfast.
Maybe they'll even have books on interpreting dreams.
Yeah. And prophecies.
Wizards must have had dreams before.
Well, yeah, everyone has dreams sometimes, but I don't know. Mine feel a little different.
Definitely.
I feel like real dreams, though, are really old, too. There must be books on them.
I bet I could find some books on books. I mean, what? That's not weird.
Maybe you should read a book on books, Leo. Or watch a movie on books.
What's a movie?
Why, are you thinking of becoming a librarian, Leo?
Oh, Leo, you don't know about movies? They're a muggle technology. I think you'd really like them. They're like moving pictures, and they teach you stuff, but you don't have to read it. It just tells you.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that before, right?
And apparently they're not portraits.
They're not portraits. Yes, they're just really, really long enchanted portraits.
That go to different places?
That don't actually interact with you. Either.
Do enchanted portraits go to places?
Sometimes they visit other people in other portraits. I've seen it.
Yeah. But don't ask them, like, too deep of a question. Like, I made that mistake in my first year, and it did not go so well.
Who'd you upset?
Oh, I upsetted... He was, like, on a horse. I never really talked to him afterwards. I just felt so awkward. But I remember his pony was called Gray. Ooh, it was Sir Cadogan.
Sir Cadogan.
Yeah, don't tell a portrait that it's a portrait. It'll get upset. Anyway, we've got off track.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
I
library.
don't know if we were ever on track, but yeah, let's go to the library.
Yeah. I feel like we've talked about movies before, guys.
So are you just leaving breakfast early to go to the library? You do have an 8 a.m.
Well, what time is it right now?
It's like 7:30.
We should go after class.
Yeah, we
it's
should go
first
after
day of
class.
classes.
We have a free period after Transfiguration, so...
Allison's gonna eat a lot of bacon.
Leo's going to see how much bacon Allison is eating and eat one more strip than that.
Yes, I was just watching you two shoveling bacon in your mouth. I'm just, like, looking quizzically, but also amused.
You want some bacon, Skyler?
No, thanks. This is good enough. This is good.
You could dip it in chocolate.
No. I'm having fun watching.
Okay.
I just really like bacon, guys.
I mean, I didn't eat all of it.
I know.
I love that turkey bacon. Give me all that salt.
But I could eat like a half a pound myself. Maybe even a whole pound myself.
You can eat as much as you want. It's magically endless bacon. There's just going to be more. When you turn around, there's more bacon.
I might slow down in a week, but for now, I'm gonna eat all the bacon.
And I will watch.
I'm not going to watch that. Let's go.
Okay, you all leave the Great Hall and head to Transfiguration class, which is relatively uneventful. You basically get a lecture from Professor Pritchard about how important second year is and how much of a bigger deal it is, and how you'll have actual exams at the end of the year, which she really stressed that you're going to actually have actual exams. They definitely won't get canceled or anything.
Okay.
There'll definitely be real exams.
They definitely won't
where-
involve threats of murder.
Yeah, where we won't almost die.
We're just going to wish we almost died.
And so after Transfiguration class, you all head to the library for your free period, where you are, I guess, looking for some kind of divination books.
Specifically books about dreams.
And, Sir Bragglewort, I'm specifically looking for books on prophecies. Like, who creates them and where are they kept?
Probably over in the section labeled prophecy.
Oh,
And he
I
points
need to
over
see it.
to a big shelf in the P row, and there are several books.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna skip in that direction.
Is that common knowledge now that the legend of Harry Potter's prophecy is a thing that people know about? Or
That
is
was always
like-
a thing. Harry Potter never paid attention during divination class.
All right, yeah,
Let's be real. I bet you they went over prophecies and the whole idea and everything about it.
Well, to be fair, Trelawney was a fraud. Like, she was accidentally not a fraud.
What do you mean she was a fraud? She gave a prophecy, and she was a descendant of like a famous divination.
She gave two purposeful prophecies ever.
That's
and
not fraud.
Was
Okay.
the teacher at that school for at least 17 years.
She was born with a gift, and she neglected to use it at all.
I will say though that like if you look more at like what specifically she says in the book and who she like says certain things about, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
So one of the first interactions she has with Harry Potter, right? She's like, "Oh, you were born in the middle of winter." Obviously he wasn't. He was born in the summer.
But
Voldemort was born in December.
Yeah.
Yes, but every single one of those is like ironic, accurate prophecy, not actual prophecy magic as described by the... Like, those are always Easter eggs and not that she's actually good. Because she also has dozens of predictions about Harry's death that are all wrong.
He does die.
He does die.
Anyway.
Welcome to our Harry Potter critique podcast.
Gotten off track.
But I don't think
Once
he
again.
dies in the years that she says he will die.
I'm on team. I'm on her team.
I'm on Team Friends.
Okay, yeah, and so you collect these books from the library. Is anybody doing anything else? You only have a few more minutes before lunch and then Defense Against the Dark Arts.
I'm gonna skip over to Leo, and I want to see what books he's getting because I think he's thinking of being a librarian. I'm under the wrong impression.
You think Leo wants to be a librarian?
well,
I
when
mean,
you
you're
said-
getting books on books, man.
Yeah, I just made that assumption, and
I see.
I'm not thinking I'm wrong. So I want to see what books you got.
I'm just looking for books, in
books, I
general
know.
about... Yeah, just like interesting, rare books.
That's great. There's so many like collectible books out there, and magical books, and dangerous books. So cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've come across some interesting books that I would like to know a little more about.
Oh, cool. How are you finding all these cool books? Have you gone into the restricted section?
Well, the place I went was restricted in a sense, you could say.
Invite me next time, will you?
All right. Yeah, you, for sure
Cool.
will be there the next time.
Nice. I'm gonna skip away.
You were not there the first time.
I'm
for sure.
gone. I'm so proud of you being a librarian right now.
Oh, no.
Oh man, you should tell Sir Bragglewort that he wants to be a librarian.
I know you should, right? Take you under his wing.
They must have books on Quidditch tips, too. And Quidditch tryouts are coming up. I don't have anyone on the Quidditch team rooting for me to be on it, but I think I'd like to look up some how to fly good tricks. Reading about stuff's half the battle.
That's the title of the book, How to Fly Good.
I still think it's a dangerous sport. Are you really going to try out?
That's part of the fun.
Someone tried to kill us last year,
Yeah.
and we were 11 years old. Now we're 12. We can do anything.
We're older and wiser.
I know.
Yeah, also, Allison,
And
even if
taller.
they do get hurt, a lot of those injuries can be healed pretty easily by Madame Pomfrey. So I wouldn't be too concerned.
Is that your argument? It's okay if they lose a limb, we can just patch it back together?
I mean, she can help them regrow the limb?
It's just a condition,
That's-
right?
Maybe?
Revolting.
Right? That's how it works.
It's only -2.
God damn it.
Kevin agrees with us.
I don't know. No one's died from Quidditch in years.
In years? Does that mean someone has died?
I mean, yeah, that's
I
Quidditch.
mean, like 2 years ago, maybe. I don't know.
2 years ago.
You're
So
not
long
convincing me that this sport is safe.
We were 9 years old back then. That was like a lifetime ago.
ago. I mean, we're wizards. As long as you don't die, we can fix you.
Yeah, I say as I pull out my hands and make them, my fingers are gonna turn into the shapes of little miniature books. They're gonna, the pages are all gonna, one finger after the other, turn a page to make a really cool rippling effect.
I mean, your hands are cool, Skylar. I'll give you that.
I wish I could do that with my hands.
I think it'd be cool to have an eyeball made out of that.
I think Leo's now just looking at his hands.
Well, I have my books.
Let's go. We got school.
Freya, did you get any good books? Did you find any?
Yeah, I found these 2 books about divination as a whole, and then there's this one book about dreams
Oh, perfect.
and interpreting them. Although, flipping through this, it seems kind of generic. Oh well, I'll see. I still have to read it.
Yeah, plus maybe you'll read some more things in these first 2 books that will be like, ooh, I need to look into this.
Yeah, a lot of it seems like symbols. It's like, if this symbol's in your dream, it means that. But my dreams are never like that.
Weird symbols? What weird symbols?
I haven't seen any weird symbols.
Is it like if it's a raven, it means you're gonna die in 2 days or something? Or if it's 2 ravens, it's gonna be 3 days?
Something like that.
Ravens are what we are.
Ravenclaw!
Ravenclaw.
Oh my gosh.
I thought we were an eagle.
Yeah, it's very confusing naming.
So, yeah, but Skylar immediately, like, halfway through that yell, puts their hand in front of their mouth and looks really worriedly at Sir Bragglewort.
Oh, Raven.
Also,
Ravenclaw.
side note, we had Harry Potter Day at work,
Ravenclaw.
and the kids got sorted into houses, and at least twice I yelled, Ravenclaw, without, like, even thinking about it.
That's really good. Were they very confused?
No, they were excited. They loved today. It was awesome.
Okay, so you guys are leaving the library?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
And so exiting the library, you make your way to lunch, also relatively uneventful. And then that afternoon, you head to the Defense Against the Dark Arts room. As you enter, a few other students have already filed into class. Most of the usual Gryffindor suspects are not at their seats yet, although usually they tend to walk in at least a minute or 2 late, given that Professor Fessel is always at least 5 or more minutes late.
And he's not here today.
He's not here yet, no.
All right. I'm going to sit next to Freya. Freya, let's read while we're waiting.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I was already planning on it.
Awesome.
I think Allison's a little taken aback that they're not partnering with Skylar, but also is kind of still mad at Skylar, so is going to sit with Dakota instead.
Leo, we're partners again.
Yay!
Well, what do you think we'll read about this year?
I mean, probably not food with legs again.
No.
But we could write the book on that. Am I right?
It's not a bad idea. Someone ought to write a book about it.
This joke will always be funny.
Can I read between the lines and see if Skylar notices that Allison is peeved at them?
Yeah, go for it, roll.
I fail.
Oh.
What did you roll?
I got a 2. Never mind. No, Skylar's oblivious.
Yeah, so you have no idea. Take a point of experience. And so after a few minutes, a few of the other Ravenclaws finish filing in. And then as class starts, the Gryffindor trio makes their way into class, obviously late. They all sit down in the back of the room in their usual spots. And then everyone looks up because with a loud bang, the door at the top of the stairs in the front of the room slams open.
Whoa.
And Professor Fessel strides out confidently with his hands raised in the air. And he walks forward, puts his hands on the railing, and looks down at all of you. And he just stares for a moment.
I slowly close the book that was on my lap and stare up.
Hi, Professor Fessel.
Hello, class. Did everyone have a good break?
Yes.
Well,
It was
Sure.
exciting.
I got to read some books.
Oh, books. So I have good news for you, Caleb. Because this year, everybody open your textbook to the first page.
Oh boy.
Now rip it out.
Rip books.
Oh,
Okay.
I've seen this movie.
But I got this book from the library. I don't want to destroy my library book. They'll be mad.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm sorry. Are you not going to do what I just told you to do?
Caleb rips out
Freya
the
does
page.
it.
Allison rips out the page very carefully.
I mean, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm going to tell Sir Braggerwort that you told me to.
I whisper to Freya, is he going to pay us back for the books?
I rip it out.
All right. Now rip out the second page.
Okay.
Okay.
Freya does it.
Okay.
Why are we doing this to our poor books?
Oh, Skylar just remembered that there's a spell to fix this, so they go all in. They rip
I'll
that
rip the whole
second
book in
page.
half.
Yeah, they rip that second page and then they take that second page and just rip it into shreds.
What is on these pages? Is this important stuff that's...
It is the glossary for the book. You
Oh.
haven't even gotten to the introduction yet.
I think I'm going to pocket the glossary just in case.
That does sound like a useful thing to have.
There are other copies of this book we can find. It's not
Hey,
like
the
this
glossary
information's
is
gone
important
forever.
sometimes, guys.
So good news. We've gotten past the boring part of your first year curriculum, which was pointless book reading, because whoever learns anything out of a book,
Yeah.
and this year, we're going to actually learn how to defend ourselves
Yeah.
from the things that are out there. Now, let's begin. And he strides down the stairs and he stands in front of the room. Now, what's the first thing you need to know about defending yourself?
Skylar raises their hand.
Caleb also raises his hand.
Allison looks really nervous.
Leo also raises his hand.
Okay, let's go with the one that finished first. I always forget your names.
Know where your exits are.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. Okay, let's talk scenario. A terrifying dark wizard has just entered the room and has cast a spell directly at your face. What are you gonna do?
Oh, protection. Shield.
Maybe run. Running away is probably a good idea if they're very powerful.
Freya raises her hand.
He ignores all of that, and in a big sweeping arc with his arm, he yells, "Protego!" And a shield envelops in front of him that hovers there for a moment before dissipating into smoke.
So cool.
And then you set them on fire! Wait, no.
No, you just have your wand out.
Shh, we're going to learn Protego.
Yes.
Now, the protection charm, Protego, is a very, very important spell. The school doesn't want me teaching it to you until your 4th year because they don't think you'll be ready because it's 4th year magic, apparently. But I have faith in you, especially some of you in this room. So we're going to learn the protection spell. The charm is called Protego. Everyone say that out loud for me.
Protego.
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 Okay, now once more with feeling.
Protego.
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 That sounded like a pasta.
Protego.
All right, now everybody, take out your wands and throw away those stupid books.
I throw my book as hard as I can at the trash bin. That's what he said.
Now, watch my hand in a big sweeping motion. Everybody follow me. Make this motion with your arm.
Allison's gonna look a little bit skeptically at Dakota as we both try to make the sweeping motion and not hit each other.
Skylar's doing it double time.
All right, most of you are doing this terribly, so that's fine. Here's what we're gonna do. Everyone push your desks off to the side and then pair off.
I push my desk, but it's really loud. It
just
slowly
scraping
takes forever scraping it against the floor. And then I stop because everyone's looking at me, and then I just do it again. All right, I'm done.
Leo, there are spells for that.
I think Allison and Dakota just pick up the desk and move it silently.
Skylar's gonna
Yeah.
kick theirs a little too hard, and it's gonna kind of start falling over, and they're gonna catch it right at the last second. Do I have to roll for that?
Fascinating.
Trying to learn.
Wait, I want to roll for something. Can I knock over
No,
my
no,
desk?
no, you're not gonna roll for that. It's the desk, you're pushing it.
Can I roll for embarrassment?
To read between the lines, do you know you're embarrassed?
I definitely don't.
Oh my god. Leo has to read between the lines for himself.
What am I feeling?
Yeah,
right
that
now?
actually tracks. I should roll it.
Okay, and so once you've all pushed the desks to the side, he says, all right, now break up into pairs. We're going to take turns practicing the protection spell, Protego. The other person who's not casting the protection spell, pick your favorite jinx, hex, or curse, and aim it at your opponent. Em, let's just see what happens. Go ahead.
Professor Fessel, can you do badgering on a person?
I don't know, maybe.
That's
Go
a
for it.
configuration.
It's one way to find out.
I don't know how I feel about this, Skylar.
Okay, if you don't feel comfortable, I can do slippery jinx.
All right, Skylar. Skylar, hit me.
Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Slippery jinx.
Protego.
All right.
8.
Both of you roll magic.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled
Is it
an
really
8.
slippery jinx is the command word for that spell?
No,
10.
but whatever.
Oh wait, a
10
9.
plus 2, that's a 12.
Yeah, and so Skylar attempts to cast this jinx, and in a perfect motion, Freya just deflects that magic, and it dissipates into the air.
Good
In a
job,
puff.
Freya. Yes. That was a
That was so
fourth year
cool.
spell. That was awesome.
Wait, if it was a 4th year spell, shouldn't I had to like -4?
You should be subtracting 2 because you're second years.
Oh, okay. So because I had 12, it ended up being a 10.
Okay, so you still did it.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, okay.
Skylar punches the air. Yes.
Awesome.
All right. Do you want to try it next?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
All right. Expelliarmus.
Protego. Okay. So I rolled a 3,
Okay.
and my magic is 1, but then it's -2, so 2. Yeah, I fail.
Okay. Freya, what did you get?
I got a 7 plus 2. Plus 3, actually,
Okay.
because it's in my spell bank.
Okay, so you got a complete success. So you just straight up cast Expelliarmus. So Skylar's wand arcs high in the air, and you catch it.
Oh, great.
Wow. That was awesome.
Here, I'll come give this back to you.
Thanks. I got to try that again.
All right, let's move on. Next pair.
Petrificus totalis.
Protego.
You have to roll.
Yeah.
I do it.
Leo got a 6 plus 1, 7 for Protego.
And what did you get?
Oh, I got an 8 plus 2 magic plus 1 because it's a first year spell. 11.
Okay.
Wait, do I roll at -2 because it's a 4th year
Yes.
spell?
Yes.
You subtract 2.
Oh, then it's a 5.
Okay, yeah, well, so because we're doing this sort of like competitive magic, I'm not gonna have you guys like resolve like I got a mixed success, I got another. Like,
Sure.
it's just straight up and down who got the higher roll. So in this case, Caleb's Petrificus Totalis succeeds. You are now stiff as a board, and you go falling down to the ground and slap hard against the stone floor.
Oh no! I forgive you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Leo. I'm gonna undo the
That's
jinx.
fine. Don't worry about it. Oh God! All right. Thanks. That was cool. Let's do it again.
Yeah, you cast on me this time. I'll Protego.
Oh, okay. Petrificus Totalis.
Ooh, not so much on this one.
I
That's
rolled
because
a
you didn't
3.
say the words out loud.
Okay, so I rolled a 4 plus 2 for magic.
Wait, no, 3 plus 1, so 4.
Your spell doesn't
Still
work.
beat me.
And my Protego doesn't work.
Wait, but who got the higher? I'm sorry, who got the higher number?
Technically, I got a 4 total. Plus 2, minus 2.
Oh wait, so I also got a 4. So what happens?
We're the best.
I think you just both fail. Okay, here's what happens. You both just fail miserably. Actually, so here's what I think goes down. Caleb, your Protego just doesn't happen. Some wispy, silvery smoke just sort of appears for a second. But luckily, you didn't need to cast that spell because Leo's spell just went ricocheting across the room and actually hit Lawrence.
Oh no!
Is now stiff as a board, falls to the ground, and slams on his face.
Saw that
Oh
coming.
man!
And Barney runs over to him, fixes it, and as Lawrence gets up, his nose is covered in blood.
I hide.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. My bad.
Wait, it wasn't even you.
That's okay. I'll take the fall for you, Leo.
No, the guilt of that makes Leo come out and just like, no, it was me. I'm so sorry. I'm just bad at magic, I guess.
Yeah, so Lawrence just starts striding towards you, and he's like, "Hey, what the heck, dude?"
I was just trying to do a thing, and sometimes spells go in a different direction. I'm really sorry. Are you okay?
He pushes you.
Whoa, I'm going to get up
Oh.
in his face. He can't push Leo.
Fight. I
Do
mean,
I roll struggle or
Professor
something? See if I-
Fessel.
Yeah, roll tough it out.
Okay. -1 body. That's 3 minus 1. That's a 2.
Okay, on a 6 or lower, you're hurt badly.
Yup.
So I want you to take a condition, and then I want you to be knocked out of position, so you fall down onto your butt.
Yep.
And you also lose something important. In
Oh,
this
no.
case, the thing you lose that's important is that book falls out of your pocket and skitters onto the floor.
Oh no. Well, good thing no one can see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, pick one of the conditions. I think it's not injured. I think it's probably either dazed or upset.
Yeah, I think I'm upset. I really wanted these guys. I still want these guys to like me, right? Like, I know that they've been awful to us, but I know that everybody has a kind heart deep down, and I'm always hoping that they show that, and I'm upset that they haven't yet.
We had different childhoods, Mike.
This is Leo's childhood.
We had
not
different
mine.
childhoods, Leo.
Totally different.
I think at this, Professor Fessel runs over to the room and he's like, "Hey, all of you, cut it out. 5 points from Ravenclaw and 5 points from Gryffindor. No fighting in my classroom."
I didn't mean to start a fight.
And Lawrence is like, "I think he broke my nose. Is it bleeding?"
Oh yeah, a lot.
I broke your nose. You broke my butt.
Professor Fessel rolls his eyes, walks over to Lawrence, casts a pixie. Okay. Enough of this ruckus. Obviously, we need to make sure that between the partners, at least somebody knows what they're doing. So let's do some rearrangement. Let's see. Leo, why don't you work with Lawrence?
Okay.
Isn't that the kid whose nose
He's
you
the
just
one I
broke?
heard, right?
Caleb, why don't you work with Violet?
Oh.
And, okay, and so Barney, you need a new partner. Allison, why don't you work with Barney?
But what about Dakota?
He can find another partner.
Oh, okay. I give Dakota like a forlorn look and take a few steps closer to Barney.
He grins at you.
I narrow my eyes. I'm very suspicious of him.
All right, Allison. Are you ready to try this?
Yeah, Allison has to think up a new jinx because she was going to use a nice jinx on Dakota, so now she's got to come up with a meaner jinx.
I'm going to mouth over to Allison. We're giving them a chance.
Use the sardine hex.
Sardine hex? What?
Yeah, it makes the victim sneeze out sardines. He'll just be sneezing sardines.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I take a couple paces away and I raise my wand and I stare down at Barney.
Oh, the sardine hex doesn't have like a spell name. It's just sardine hex.
Yeah, I don't like how some of them...
I feel like you should make one up.
Yeah, me too.
Yes,
Yeah.
we should definitely... Anytime the name is like, it's a spell that does a thing, we should just make up an actual spell name.
And it's like Star Trek.
Yeah, that's what it is for the rest of the game.
On Star Trek, whoever said the alien's name first, that pronunciation stuck.
Alrighty, ready? Allison's gonna
All right.
raise
Okay, yeah.
her wand and be like, Sardinum!
And at the exact same time, Barney's going to cast Stupefy.
Oh no.
no, that's not
no
what we're
one cast
doing.
the protection spell.
Yeah, you guys did not
No,
communicate
no
well.
one's protected in this scenario.
And he rolls a 12
What's his magic modifier?
plus 1.
Ugh, because Allison rolled a 10
Uh-oh.
plus 2 for a 12.
I think in this case, because you were both so spectacularly successful, both jinxes are going to apply.
Oh.
Success.
And so,
Everybody loses.
yeah, Barney doubles over, and I guess he starts sneezing sardines out of his nose uncontrollably. And at the exact, unfortunately for you, Allison, you didn't get to experience that hilarious scene because you were just straight up tossed backwards and knocked unconscious and landed on the floor.
Do I get a point of experience for being knocked unconscious?
No, but you do get a condition. And
Even better.
yeah, and
Am I injured or dazed?
I think you are dazed in this case, and you're also at the moment unconscious.
Alrighty.
Allison! Sky's gonna run up to Allison.
So I want to know, because at the exact same time, Leo, you're facing off against Lawrence.
All right, Lawrence. I hope we both do a great job. This is fun.
Fun.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And Leo casts Ric de Sempra, which tickles the target until they become weak with laughter.
Aw.
So very Leo.
Yep.
And at the same time, Lawrence casts
Protego.
Wingardium Leviosa
Oh, no.
on one of the nearby desks.
This is a
Interesting.
free-for-all.
They're not listening to the instructions.
But he fails.
Oh, interesting.
And I think what happens is he casts Wingardium Leviosa at the exact same time that Allison and Barney's spells were cast. And he's so surprised by it that he accidentally throws the desk sideways right into Caleb and Violet, who are also casting spells at the exact
Oh my
same
gosh.
time. What are you
my
doing?
gosh, this is a
I'd like to
mess.
think that Violet and I were like, hey, do you want to cast Protego first, or should I cast Protego?
Yeah, she absolutely was like, "Oh, no. I can cast it first if that
All right.
works."
What? Maybe I'll use Expelliarmus?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, desk.
Protego. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And at that very moment, she did cast Protego.
Can I do a body
Maybe
roll
she's
to
Protego'd
dodge
against the
the
desk.
desk?
Yes. Why don't you roll? I want you to roll tough it out.
You know what always pays off? +0 body. 7 + 0.
Okay, so on a mixed success, the hit takes you off guard. Choose 2. Take an appropriate condition. You're knocked out of position, putting you in more danger, and you lose something important.
I think that I am going to be knocked out of position and drop my wand.
Okay, yeah, and so this desk hits both of you, actually. It slams into Violet's back, and then she tumbles into you as you both go flying across the room.
Could I try to take the hit for Violet if I see this happening on both of us and get like a condition instead?
Interesting. I feel like... okay, yeah, let's say that was what your tough it out roll was for, is that you saw this desk careening towards her, and you shoved her out of the way just in time. She lands on the ground on her hands and knees, and at the same time, you just get this desk full on in the face.
Ooh.
So I think one of the choices you have to make is you need to take an appropriate condition, which is injured.
I'm also going to be out of position on the ground, hit by a desk.
Makes sense. Got hit by a desk.
Okay, and so let's resolve the calamity of scenarios that are all happening simultaneously. So, Caleb, you're now on the ground, probably laying on your back. This desk just hit you in the face. Violet is on her hands and knees. The second pairing,
He's being
We're-
tickled.
yeah, I guess, I guess that's...
no. Most importantly, Leo got a 10 on his tickling.
Yeah, I think Leo, you're just kind of standing there like, watching this desk fly across you and right into Caleb, while Lawrence has now doubled over, laughing.
Yep.
And, this isn't funny at all. It's I can't stop.
I know, right? It's so funny. What's
No,
even
it's not.
happening?
I'm so mad at you.
Oh, good one, Lawrence.
And also at the exact same time, Allison, you're on the ground, completely unconscious. Barney ignores you
Sounds about right.
and instead heads straight for his giggling friend and is like, "Hey, you all right, mate? What are you... Oh, it's not funny. Oh, okay. Oh, Violet, are you all right?" And he ignores...
Just ignores
he
it.
ignores Lawrence and just goes and helps Violet up.
Freya,
Lawrence is being
I
insensitive.
don't know. He must think something's funny.
Freya sees all of this, looks at Skylar, and says, "Yeah, no more chances."
I'm gonna run to Allison and put my hands on her shoulders and try to wake her up. I'm very concerned about Allison.
I'm going to throw the desk off and go to Leo and say, "Where'd that desk come from?"
Allison, are you okay?
I don't know. I think Lawrence did that. I don't think he meant to.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I don't know. Lawrence and I are having a lot of fun.
Oh,
I
Allison.
think I have some chocolate in my pocket here. Are you feeling okay?
No chocolate.
I'm like force feeding you chocolate. Can you hear
No chocolate.
And at that moment, the bell rings, and Professor Fessel's like, all right, see you tomorrow, class, and heads back to his room.
Wait, what about the broken nose thing you did before? Okay.
And now, a word from our wizard sponsors.
Dr. Professor Wizard, he's smart, he teaches, he's good at magic. Dr. Professor Wizard's here to save the day.
With his sidekick, Dr. Scientist Witch, they can surely take down any enemy, even evil wrestler lawyer.
Evil wrestler lawyer.
Use their new magic attack by pointing their wands at evil wrestler lawyer.
Evil wrestler lawyer.
Whoa, real fire! Whoa, he melted!
Dr. Professor Wizard is here to save the day.
Not liable for any burns, bruises, or melting caused by Dr. Professor Wizard figures. Other figures including Dr. Scientist Witch, Evil Wrestler Lawyer, and all collectible outfits sold separately.
Hi, everybody. It's Kevin, your resident Potter nerd. So, I just got done binging the entire 4th season of the Dr. Professor Wizard live action remake. And I gotta be honest, I really need an outlet to talk about it for a second. So, if you haven't caught up on the latest season, just cover your ears, I guess. Okay, so now that we're in spoiler land, oh my god, what a twist at the end of episode 7. I cannot believe that Dr. Professor Wizard turned out to be Space Park Ranger Miranda's brother-in-law. It was unbelievable. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Why Can't We Be Wizards? As always, I want to thank everyone so much for sharing the show with your friends, replying and tweeting about it online, and even writing reviews on Apple Podcasts. That's really helpful for us. And every time I see that stuff online, it totally makes my day. So please definitely continue to tweet out about the show at Why Not Wizards, as well as checking out our other social media pages on Instagram and Facebook. We recently sent out a request, actually, for folks, if anyone is interested in doing guest spots on the show. So if you're interested or you know someone who is, definitely send us a message on our social media accounts, and we will do our best to get back to you. I think we already have some cool folks lined up to help us out, but we are definitely still looking for more. Oh, and speaking of guest spots, if you haven't already caught it, Lauren and I were actually just on a fellow Wizarding World podcast very recently called Podtrificus Totalis. We went on the show and talked about Chapter 5 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban with their hosts, Cassie and Joe, and we had an awesome time doing it. So you can check that out by looking for Season 3, Episode 5 of Podtrificus, P-O-D Trificus Totalis. If you're interested in our thoughts on that chapter of Prisoner of Azkaban, or if you just want to find out what we think our Patronuses are. So definitely check out their whole show as well. It's really great, and I highly recommend it. So, as always, I want to thank Tablestory for creating our awesomely amazing game system, Witchcraft and Wizardry. Please check it out, run a game yourselves. It's fantastic. So that's pretty much it for me. I will talk to y'all again on March 26th. And with that, let's get back to the show. Tuesday afternoon, Quidditch tryouts for the Ravenclaws are about to start.
Ravenclaw!
And the 5 of you
Ravenclaw.
find yourselves all walking down, once again, to the Quidditch pitch.
Yes. Year 2 is gonna be the year. Dakota, are you ready?
I'm pretty ready. Yeah.
Leo, are you trying out with us this year?
I don't know. It didn't go great last time. I think I'm just going to sit this one out.
What's the worst that can happen?
You get a concussion.
I can think of a lot
You
of
fall
bad
off
things
the
that can
broom,
happen.
You miss limbs. You get hit by a bludger.
That's a pretty long list, Caleb.
That's not the worst.
It's okay, Leo. You can come watch in the stands with me.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
Allison.
watch this.
Yeah, that sounds safer.
Hopefully, I don't end up unconscious like that Defense Against Dark Arts class.
Yeah, maybe don't go onto the pitch looking for someone's wand like last year.
But Skylar needed their wand.
It's exciting when other people are in danger, but I'm good.
Allison snorts a little bit at that remark.
All right, Dakota, Skylar, let's go get in danger.
I don't think it'll be danger. I just think it's sports.
Yeah, you're gonna be great.
Let's do sports
I don't know,
danger.
concussions happen a lot in sports. It's a whole problem in the NFL.
Yeah, NHL too.
Again, I think that, okay, I don't know what any of those are, but I think that
And the FFL.
Oh no.
If you're worried about injuries, you're just going to have a bad time. Let's just focus on doing our best, and I think, it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take that and inspire.
Can you inspire me?
Yeah.
I'm
go for it.
inspiring all three of us.
All right, roll inspire.
Little AoE.
You inspire yourself.
Yeah, buddy. 6,
Nice.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for Caleb.
Ooh. Pow,
Bam.
pow.
And 12 for me and Dakota.
Okay, so all of you are going to get +1 Quidditch magic.
Yeah, boy.
Cool. And so the three hopefuls all make their way to the center of the Quidditch pitch where everyone is congregating. As for the spectators, you all make your way up the stands where there's actually a little bit of a crowd of some other folks, some of whom you actually recognize. So sitting in the stands already is actually Leo, your sister Ella, with her best friend Hannah and her new boyfriend Michael.
Hi guys. Michael, how you doing?
Oh, what's up? Leo, right? And Ella's like,
Yeah.
yeah, his name is Leo. I've told you like a million stories about him.
Wait, what stories are you telling about me? Good ones, I hope.
No, Leo, usually not good ones.
Oh, well that's upsetting. Okay.
Hannah's like laughing. It's just like she's just kidding, Leo.
I glare at Ella.
And Michael, who's a head taller than the two girls, looks at you and is like shaking his head like, no, they weren't good.
Oh, no.
All right, well, clearly you're cool, so hope you have fun. We're gonna sit over here, and I sit like a good distance away from them.
Wait, Leo, why don't you sit with us? We've got room.
Oh, all right, yeah. I'll go sit with them.
Allison joins next to Leo and takes out some homework.
Freya also joins.
Takes out some homework.
Do you know anyone who's trying out for the team?
Oh, I mean, like a third of the class is trying out. So I know most of the people in Ravenclaw.
So some of our friends are trying out too.
So Michael's like, yeah, but they're like little kids, right? Like they're not gonna make the team.
Yeah, they
I
could.
don't know.
Aren't we all
Skylar
kids?
was pretty close last year.
We're not all little kids. You guys
Wait,
are
what year
second
is Michael
years?
in?
He's a 5th year.
Oh,
How old is a 5th year?
so he's 16 years old. What an old guy.
16-year-olds certainly think they're older than 12-year-olds.
Yep.
I don't know. Skylar got pretty close to getting on the team last year. I think they have a chance.
Yeah, I think so too.
Seriously? Oh man, maybe Ravenclaw doesn't really have very good chances this year. Hufflepuff's team's looking pretty good this year.
Wait, you're a Hufflepuff?
Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh.
Well, if you're so good, why aren't you trying out?
Leo, he just said he's a Hufflepuff.
I'm on the Hufflepuff team.
Oh, right. Cool. How is it being on the team?
It's fine. And he kind of like pushes your face a little bit and puts his arm around
Oh.
your sister.
Allison like leans over and goes,
Well-
yeah, he can't say much because he just warms the bench.
He doesn't. He literally doesn't.
Doesn't matter.
He said, okay, fine. Yeah, he says, you guys don't watch much Quidditch, huh?
Totally. We do. Sports.
I watch plenty of Quidditch.
Allison just goes back to her homework.
Probably too much Quidditch.
Okay, whatever. And then we smash cut to on the field. Danica is giving an impassioned speech. Also, super quick before I actually describe this scene. So I think not all of you are totally aware of who is remaining on the team. So there are currently 3 open spots this year because the keeper who made the team last year was a 7th year and graduated. And the Ravenclaw team also graduated a chaser and a beater. So
Which one, Marcus or Shelby?
So Marcus graduated.
Good.
Shelby is a 7th year.
I like Shelby.
So the remaining team is Danica Junebug, 6th year, captain and seeker. Shelby Crockett, 7th year, beater. Reed Mattinson, 5th year, chaser. And Jack Gallagher, 3rd year, chaser. So there's a keeper spot open, there's a beater spot open, and there's a chaser spot open.
Yeah, I'm surprised like a third of the class is is trying out, and Danica specifically walked up to me and was like, with you on the team, we're gonna win. Like, that means a lot then. Unless she says that to everyone.
As this large crowd of Ravenclaws congregates around the center of the pitch, Danica steps into the limelight. Okay, folks, here's the deal. I know a lot of you are here to chase glory. We won that cup 3 years ago, and we've been second in the House League for 2 years in a row since then. I know that Ravenclaw blood is pumping through all of your veins. I can taste victory. And she smacks her lips, and she has this kind of crazed look in her eye. And she stands there for a moment in silence, looking wistfully into the distance.
Skylar's mimicking their crazed eye and face of excitement.
So, here's what's going to happen today. We are going to find our perfect team here today. We are, once again, without a keeper. And we're also in need of a third chaser and a beater to round out the squad. So, everyone interested in going out for a keeper spot, head up towards the east hoops. Chasers to the west hoops. And beaters, stay right here in the center of the pitch. We're going to see what you're really made of.
I'm going to pat Dakota on the shoulder. You got this, Dakota.
Skylar, are you going for keeper?
Yes.
All right, then I'll go for chaser. Maybe we can all three of us make the team.
That would be crazy, but it would be fun.
I'll put our hands in to like do one of those sports cheers.
Ooh, yeah.
Won't that look like we're nerds?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Are nerds.
And he puts his hands in.
Nerds aren't a bad thing, Dakota. I put both of my hands in.
Nerds.
And I entwine my fingers around all of their hands.
Well, that's kind of cold.
Sorry, I untwined. My hands are cold. You're right. I should have put gloves on.
Nerds are cool.
No. It's Ravenclaw. It's Ravenclaw. It's
Isn't it Ravenclaw? Don't you guys say that all the time?
Yeah, it's Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw!
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 Yeah, there we go.
After shouting a bunch, we all split up.
Yeah, and so everyone splits up. So this is going to run pretty similar to the format that we had last year, whereby there's going to be a trial for each position group. If you succeed at your initial trial, if you're in the top couple, you're going to go for a final round where it's a little bit more like a scrimmage, where you're actually going to compete against each other. Whoever comes out on top of those makes the team. So everybody get 2d6 out. We're going to do the, let's go with the chaser trial first. So Caleb.
You got that +1 Quidditch magic.
Whatever Quidditch magic is, I got +1 in it.
It's like key points.
Magic.
It's real.
And so Reed flies up in the air next to you. All right, so I'm gonna pass you, and then you gotta pass back to me, and we're gonna make a triangle formation with Jack over here, and then one of us, whoever's closest, is gonna throw the quaffle into the hoop.
Caleb nods real serious like.
All right, let's kick off. Kicking off, you weave in and out, back and forth, side to side, as the triangle formation comes up. Reed passes to Jack, and then Jack tosses the quaffle towards you. I want you to roll 2d6.
That's an 11 plus 1 for Quidditch magic.
Okay, yeah, you catch that quaffle confidently.
I've been catching all summer.
And you actually pass it back to Jack for the assist as he throws the quaffle into the center hoop. Really, really nice timing. And as you all land back down, Reed and Jack sort of nod to each other and they're like, "Nice one, Caleb."
Thanks, Reed, Jack. I've been practicing catching things. I don't have my own broom, but I'm sure once I've practiced flying more, I'll be even better.
Hey, you fly real well, especially for someone as young as you and who doesn't really get a chance to practice much. You're very naturally physically talented, which is weird because of your body score. No.
It's +0, no big deal.
Okay, and so then we cut to the keeper trials.
All right, that's me.
In this case, Danica is actually running the keeper trial, and she says, "All right, I'm gonna head at you 5 times for some penalty shots, and you're gonna try to save each one. All right?"
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm wondering if Danica remembers about my special hands.
Special hat.
Are you going to say anything?
I think I want to read between the lines and see, like, maybe if she's giving me some hints.
Okay, yeah, roll read between the lines.
I fail.
Okay, yeah, you don't know. Mark a point of experience. Dashing at light speed towards you, she tosses the first one towards the left hoop. Roll 2d6.
Ah, I rolled it so hard it landed on the computer. But I got a 5, so I still fail.
Take +1 because you did inspire yourself earlier.
I did do that.
And
plus
then
1, and
also
I still
take +1
failed.
for your hands.
Well, that's 6, so I still fail.
That's 5 Oh, did you already add the first
did,
+1?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But I
okay,
level
so you
up.
fail.
Hey.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, so you got 4 we got 4 more of these.
Okay.
Try again.
The whole time in the distance, Leah's just like, yeah, Quidditch! Sports!
Oh, yes.
Allison's still doing
Much
homework.
better. 13.
13. Yeah, you masterfully saved the second one, protecting it and catching it from going through the second goalpost.
Okay. Yes.
Go for another one.
12.
Yeah, same deal. This one to the right. You catch it. Which definitely seems like it impresses Danica a little bit.
And a 7.
So on a 7, you manage to just barely block it, but it falls to the ground and you don't catch it.
Yeah. And then is there one more?
One more.
Ooh, 12.
Yeah, so again, with a 12, you catch it. So you got 3 outright catches, 1 block, and 1 failed save.
Yep.
And so I think everyone starts to congregate back towards the center of the pitch after the initial trials have ended, as Danica starts waving everybody back in. Over by the stands, as all this is going on, Ella looks at Hannah and then turns to Michael and says, "We're just going to go to the bathroom. We'll be right back." And he's like, "All right, cool, babe."
You both have to go to the bathroom?
"Yeah, Leo, we both have to go to the bathroom."
Okay.
Yeah, Leo, that's how it works. Girls don't go to bathroom alone.
All right. I believe you.
And so the two of them head off, and for about 60 seconds, there's just kind of silence. And then Michael looks over to you, Leo. Hey, Leo.
Yeah?
Man, don't you think Ella is like kind of loud?
I don't know. I mean, she's just Ella. That's just kind of how she's always been. I enjoy her personality.
Yeah, but like she talks a lot, like a lot. You know what I mean? Come on,
Is that a
you're
problem?
You live with her.
I think Allison raises her head up from her homework and turns to look at Michael, and it's just like, what are you doing, man?
I'm sorry. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the kid.
Yeah, but like, you're asking
who you calling
Leo
kid?
what he thinks of his sister.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people in my family
Okay.
talk a lot. That's kind of like a thing we do.
What? Forget it. Whatever. You guys are not obviously not cool. You're not like down to just like talk. I was just trying to open up and talk to my girlfriend's little bro.
All right, well,
I don't know what the
Rude,
big
I
deal
do
was.
care about her and like making sure you guys are good and stuff. Like, I'm happy to talk about her. Yeah, I guess she's a little loud. Like, what makes you say that?
Well, she's just, I don't know, kind of annoying sometimes. I'm just saying, like, it's not a big deal. Or whatever.
Your face is kind of annoying sometimes. I'm sorry.
Allison laughs a little bit at that one.
Okay. Well, and then we cut back to the Quidditch pitch.
So awkward.
That was really bad.
Danica says, "All right, so most y'all are going home. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna list off some names, and if I call your name, stay put. Everybody else, head on home." She says a few names. Ultimately, they are 6 names on the list, including the 3 of you.
Whoa.
I wiggle my eyebrows at Caleb.
We should do another good luck handshake thing.
I'm so proud of my friends.
All right. So beaters head off to the east side goalposts. Chasers and keepers head to the west.
Ravenclaw!
Ravenclaw!
Ravenclaw.
You're familiar with this because it's exactly what happened last year. Basically, the remaining 2 keepers are each going to take turns. Depending on who saves more, they're going to make the team. Same deal with the chasers. Whoever scores the most is going to make the team.
Oh, man. I've been practicing catching things, so I have been practicing throwing things at people. Though that does sound like a useful skill.
Yeah, and so as you walk over, so there's 4 of you. There's another keeper, and his name is Roger. He's a 5th year. And then there's also another chaser, and his name is Gabe, and he's a 4th year. And you don't know either of them super well, but you've met them before. And so Gabe gets up first. Caleb, you're going to take the first penalty against Gabe.
Okay, does Quidditch magic apply?
Quidditch magic applies.
Quidditch magic.
Yes.
That first roll was so good. And this one's a 9. +1 for Quidditch
Okay.
magic.
So on a 10, yeah, you zig left and then toss it like slow deke to the right into the right post,
Sports
and
words.
it goes in.
Nice.
Oh, you just throw it where the other people aren't.
Yeah, you zig and you deke.
Sports words.
Yeah, and so then the other chaser is going to attempt, and they rolled a 9, so they also get their first goal in. It's your turn again. You're up.
This one is a 7 +1.
Okay, so yeah, on an 8, you just barely managed to get it in the center goalpost. Let's see.
So that's a 4. The keeper saves, and you are now up 2-1.
Okay.
Caleb, roll for it.
8 +1.
Okay, on a 9, it goes in. And so ultimately, the other keeper only made 1 save. So, Skylar, you need to make 2 saves, and you're in.
That's why'd they only make 1 save? How'd they get it this far?
I don't know, because we got 2 good chasers now.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my first one is
Yeah.
a 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 2, 10, 11.
Okay. So yeah, that's a 4. So you save the first one.
Okay.
Okay, Caleb, you're up now.
Okay, so I'm shooting on Skylar now. Okay.
Best shot. Don't go easy on me.
If you get this one in, you've already won. And so the last one you're going to roll is gravy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, look at Skylar and, do a head wiggle back and forth. I'm really getting into this now. All right, Skylar. Oh, this one's a 5, so...
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10.
It does not go in. Skylar, you save it spectacularly. That also means that you are on the team.
I mean, I did cheat though. Are they cool with that?
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't want to derail this, but I do find it very amusing that we are a bunch of real life nerds rolling a bunch of dice to resolve how some sports go in fantasy world.
Naturally.
Go sport!
Yes.
Fantasy
too
sports,
exciting.
the best kind of fantasy sports.
This is as close to sports as I will get.
We don't care who knows. No.
Even my fantasy character is not good at
So
sports.
Gabe goes up. Gabe goes up for the goal against Skylar, who has already made the team and is now just kind of showboating, I guess.
7, 8.
Okay. It's a 9.
I miss.
Whoa.
Okay, and so the goal goes in.
Oh, man.
Caleb
Now I have to make this
again.
roll
against Skylar.
against Skylar or I don't get on the team. Okay. It's an okay roll. It's a 9 +1. I'm into it.
Alrighty, got a shot.
I got a 6 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus cheat 12 plus magic. 13.
But are you gonna let it in?
Okay. But are you really gonna do that to him though?
one of my
competitive.
I'm competitive.
Wait, I lost track of this. Are you cheating in the world? Skylar's cheating, or are you, Charlotte, cheating at this
Well,
game?
right
we're
now
playing?
Skylar is not cheating and
Yeah.
going to prevent Caleb from getting on the team.
Wait, don't tell me that second one.
It
If you're
makes
doing
sense.
that second one, don't tell me.
Wait,
Wink.
did you add all those bonuses to your roll to stop the other guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
The magic and the fingers.
That's +2. You get +2 on all these rolls.
Yeah.
Caleb, you can still win right now if Gabe does not get this goal in. So Skylar, roll for me.
Oh, okay.
Last one.
3 and 2.
Ooh. Okay, so that's a 7.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. One of them fell off the table, but the other one's a 1. Guys, I'm showing you the camera right now. Like they're both 1s.
Nice. Snake eyes.
Yeah. He doesn't get it in. Skylar saves. And Caleb, you have made the team.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
going
God.
to zoom my broom straight at Caleb to try to like hug him in the air, but / collide. Do I roll for that?
Oh, I want to do like loop-de-loops. Can I do loop-de-loops around
I'm just
Skylar?
going to intercept you.
I've never
and
done
try to
loop-de-loops
hug you.
before, but I think this is the time for them.
Charlotte, I'm gonna
you
make
need to roll body for that one.
Charlotte, I'm gonna make you a T-shirt that says "Do I roll
I
for
got
that?"
a 10.
Okay, yeah, you do the loop-de-loops.
I got a 9.
We're so cool!
Yeah. Ravenclaw!
Ravenclaw!
Oh man, let's go
Ravenclaw!
check on Dakota. I want to know if Dakota got in. That would be insane if Dakota got in.
Allison's
too.
just gonna like look down the bleachers at Mike and be like, "Yep, that happened."
At Mike.
And Mike Turley is also sitting in here because he's a trans-dimensional being.
Oh, you meant Michael.
Michael, the
Michael.
Ella's boyfriend, the Biffle. Isn't his name Mike?
Oh, sorry.
You said
I
Mike.
thought you were talking about me.
Hold
I
on.
meant the Biffle.
1 second, because I want to resolve one more quick thing before we jump back.
Yeah.
So, as you land and head back towards the center of the pitch, Danica rounds you all up and she says, "All right, we got our Ravenclaw Quidditch team. Looks like it's going to be
My eyes are wide.
Skylar and Caleb and Dakota."
Whoa!
We go crazy.
So I just
Quidditch!
grabbed Dakota and we're jumping in a circle.
The rest of the team is also jumping up and down and like you're all getting in a circle.
Yeah.
And they start chanting because they have their own chant. which
What are
right
they?
now
What
you
are they
need to make
chanting?
up.
On
Yep.
the spot.
Tell me what it is.
We have the wings. I don't know.
No, I kind of like We Have the Wings, actually. Ravenclaw!
We have the wings.
We have the wings!
We have the wings. Ravenclaw. We have the wings.
Raven.
Okay, yeah, it's not good. Like it's like let's
That
be
doesn't
clear.
make any
it's not a
sense.
good chant.
Well,
But they don't care because they're all teenagers and they're having a really, really good time. And so as
Ravens
they're all
have
like
wings.
jumping in a circle like this with Danica in the center, just like holding her fist in the air, like Freddie Mercury,
Yep.
we smash cut back up to the stands where this conversation, I assume, has not been getting better.
No.
And at that very moment, Hannah and Ella walk back up and they're like, "Oh, what happened?"
Skylar and Dakota and Caleb just made the Quidditch team.
"Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's super great," Hannah says, looking down at this circle, cheering, and she yells, "Ravenclaw!"
Ravenclaw!
Because it's kind of becoming a thing a little bit.
I
we
started
have the
a trend.
wings!
And Michael and I were talking about how you're awesome and cool and talk just the right amount.
And he gives you a look like, "I swear to God, if you cross me."
Allison is smiling right next to Leo and being like, "Yes, that's what we talked about."
And Leo smiles at him like, "I like our friendship that's developing as well."
And Ella and Hannah are like, "Oh, this is great. This is great." They're both like jumping up and down and cheering because they're really excited for their friends. And they start heading down back towards the pitch just to say hello to everyone. And as everyone starts filing out, Michael puts his arm in the way of you, Leo. And he
Yeah.
looks down at you. This dude is at least a foot taller than you.
Mhm.
And he looks down at you and he says, "You better not mess this up for me."
I stand tall and I say, "You better not do anything to hurt my sister."
Roll courage.
That's a show courage.
yeah. That's a show courage.
Yeah,
right
actually, I
there.
think that's a really good idea. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You roll show courage.
At least it's not a body.
That's a 10.
And at that moment, time freezes. You feel the book in your pocket, and its heart is beating against your chest.
Wait, didn't I drop that book in the middle of class?
You did, but you feel the book on your chest.
Oh, okay. On my chest.
Yeah, in your breast pocket of your robes.
So time is frozen.
And then you hear a voice.
Leo, move your foot 3 inches to the left.
Wait, who are you?
And then time resumes.
I do it. I move my foot.
As you do that just in time, Michael attempts to take a step forward and he trips and lands on his face. And he scrambles back up and he's like, "Hey, what?" And just as he says that, as he starts to speak, Ella climbs back up the stairs. "Come on, guys, aren't you coming?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming. Michael turns and stares daggers at you and then follows Ella.
Did Allison see this?
Freya and Allison are both sitting right
Okay.
there.
Did you mean to trip him like that?
No, I was just getting out of the way.
I guess he's just clumsy.
Did you notice how he was not being very nice to my sister?
Oh yeah, noticed that.
No, he doesn't seem like a very nice person at all.
I didn't mean him any harm, but
Well, let's go congratulate Skylar and Caleb and Dakota. Party in the common room? We should raid the kitchens.
yeah, party in the common room. Leo's kind of got a smirk on his face. He is glad that worked out the way it did.
That night, after a roaring, raucous party where all of you second years celebrated your inclusion on the Ravenclaw Quidditch team this year, the party dulled down in the common room a little bit, and Freya and Skylar head to their bedroom, where I believe, or I imagine, you're all going to start getting ready for bed.
Yeah. I'm already on the bed, in my PJs, and my legs are kicking up behind me. I'm on my tummy, and I have a book under my chin, and I'm reading about prophecies.
Freya is actually sitting at her desk still, not changed yet, and is drawing. Her desk is just kind of like really cluttered and covered in these like half-finished kind of scribbles of weird-looking drawings that she's seen in her dreams. And she holds up the one that she's working on to Skylar, and it's just a pair of these bright red eyes covered in blackness.
Like charcoal?
Yeah, it's like charcoal, but like she also added like colored pencil to make the eyes red. And she just kind of like shows it to Skylar and says, "This isn't really artistic, is it?"
Oh no, that's great. Let it all flow through you onto that paper.
It just... I don't know. When I try and think of the dreams that I'm having, I don't really see a lot of things very clearly. It's just...
Well, what have you read in your book so far about symbols? Because maybe the things you do see, even though they are small, might be very important.
I mean, I suppose. But a pair of red eyes, like, isn't really one of the symbols that's... At least I haven't seen it in here at all.
Oh, that's surprising. I would think it would be.
Usually it's like, oh, is there a sun in your dream? Then it means that you're gonna be happy forever, which is unlikely.
Yeah, keep reading. We'll find something, I promise. This is great, though. You're an artist, man.
I don't know. Some of these I think look kind of dumb. She holds up another one that's just like a circle. It's like a black circle. And it's like been, you can tell that it's been outlined several times, and the very center of it is as black as she could get it.
Oh man, a Google search on dreams about red eyes is actually pretty scary.
I wouldn't have typed that into Google.
I'm going to do it
There's a
now.
lot of things I wouldn't type in.
Seeing red eyes on a person with bad intent is a quite common dream.
Oh, God.
It could indicate that you've made the wrong choices in life.
Okay, definitely don't click on images in that search.
God, stop.
Don't do that.
Oh, no.
Don't do
No,
that.
don't.
I think
Yeah.
it's great. And who knows, you might get better and better and of, putting what you have in your head out on paper, and just the act of doing it might make your brain retain more of your dreams in the future. I kept a dream journal when my mom died, and turns out the more I wrote them down the next day, the more I could remember in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had this, and she takes out her dream journal. That is like, it's a thick book with like a bunch of like little notes hanging out of it. You can tell that she writes in it like
That's
very
awesome.
frequently. And
That's good.
I mean, I write in this as much as I can, but
Just a detail, does that book look like it's mostly complete?
yes, I'd say like 4/5 full. You can tell that there's like a small chunk of pages left.
I think keep doing it. I think the more you do it, the better you're gonna get.
Yeah. You read anything about prophecies?
Did I? What did I learn about prophecies?
You learned, well, so what you learned about prophecies is that there are these things called seers, which are people who have a special ability to predict the future. But what you also learned is that those predictions are vague and unwieldy and don't necessarily define outcomes as much as paths.
I'm gonna say all that. Apparently there are people called seers, and they are the ones that say the prophecies, but they're not really like, oh, this person's going to the market to buy a fat pig. It's more like, this thing, I'm going to speak in riddles, and it's not what's going to happen, but it's more like their path in life.
So it's kind of like a dream.
Yeah.
So, like my dreams, like how parts of it were real or came true, but like a lot of it was really vague and
That's
not
right.
didn't really make sense.
Maybe they're connected. Maybe you're a seer.
I don't know.
Well, think of it. Like, you kind of saw the path when you said last year you saw us in a graveyard, and you...
But we weren't in a graveyard, and it also said I died.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there was something about Caleb jumping into the lake. Like, that didn't happen.
No.
And when I saw him in my dream, he was only half transformed.
That's like the closest thing, actually. Maybe you're not.
I don't think I am.
But they do seem really similar. Maybe you have something else that we just haven't learned about at school. You know, there's so many different things in this wizarding world.
I kind of wish I didn't have this. I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the dreams are really scary.
I can see how you can feel that way. Can I do show courage and like give her courage?
Show courage is like in the face of something. Like it's like in the moment.
Okay. Then I think I'm going to try to inspire Freya. You know, something that might be scary just makes you resilient and also can turn into a gift.
Okay, why don't you roll inspire?
Okay. Yes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
On a 10 plus, you inspire someone. Choose 2.
2.
Strong, perceptive, or clever. 4.
4. I'm going to say perceptive and clever. My mom told me something when I was small, that things that are scary are sometimes things that are normal, but looked at a different angle. And sometimes all you need to do is look at that thing differently, and it turns into either something you knew all along or something magical and awesome.
Freya nods and says, yeah, you might be right there. And she takes like one more look at the picture she just finished drawing of the eyes and kind of like sets it down. Maybe it's not so scary.